As a chief operating officer of an organization of over 500 people, I have proposals coming to me every week. They're proposals in all facets of the operation of this organization. And clearly, when we start out with a certain amount of skepticism because so often we have had suggestions made to us that haven't proven to meet the say commercial activity that we're receiving, and therefore we have become very suspicious of many of these things. In this particular case with thermal technology, it has exceeded our expectations, and clearly although we move into each one of these in a very positive vein, we have found that we have reached a point where we think this is even exceeding the expectations that we had originally put in for these vehicles. And we'll look forward to expanding this capability throughout the whole fleet, looking ahead to what the impact could be of using this technology into all facets of transportation, and that is to include it in the savings that could be accrued through the school buses that you have on the road, as well as over-the-road buses that we have for intercity transportation, as well as police cars, fire engines, other public service vehicles that we have. The impact could be absolutely significant in terms of city budgets, county budgets, state budget, and the individual organizations then are going to be placed into a situation where they can take these really critical dollars that they have and are placing into this particular type of activity, that is maintaining the safe braking capacity on the vehicles that they own, and allow this money then to be diverted to other important community goods and needs, and that so that the possibility of what this can do is very significant, and it's something that clearly, as the thermal technology is moved more and more into public life, into all facets of the operation of transportation, I think that we're going to be able to make a significant contribution not only to our community, but also to the quality of life throughout this country.
Well, this last bus that we did, we were quite pleasantly surprised. It has definitely showing well beyond what our expectations are. Our average mileage, we were at about 46% of our average mileage on that bus. It was on a New Flyer. And when we pulled the drums off to look at the shoes, we only showed about a 10% wear in the brake lining. And the drums had virtually no wear. They were fine polished and virtually showed no wear, and we're already at 46% of what our average mileage is. So we're looking at least doubling, possibly tripling our mileage, we hope. With all the test brakes, I try and personally talk to some of the drivers and get input. And we try and have tried to put the test components on vehicles that we have long-term drivers on. And I have taken it upon myself to discuss this with drivers and get feedback. And all the feedback has been very positive about they don't seem to fade when they get hot, you know, near the middle of the day or the end of a round trip. They don't notice the fade that we had before. And they seem to be very happy about the way that they brake. So from that aspect, we're including putting a vehicle out that I think is even safer than what we did originally.